Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. If you are new to the channel, please be sure to hit that sub button, hit that notification bell so you're not missing any of the content that we have coming out. And if you're enjoying this video, please do me a favor, hit that like button. And it's Saturday, which means we are going to be diving into indie comics. It is our indie comics weekend. And today's indie comic pull will be Transgenesis by Unparalleled Comics. Now, we've covered quite a few things from Unparalleled Comics, from Stellar Odyssey to Operation Eclipse. Now, I'll leave a link for a playlist. You guys can check out both of those. Now, the thing about this issue is they're going to be doing some revamping come midsummer, roughly, of 2021. So they're going to see Transgenesis, Dragonfly, which is a line they have coming out as well. And essentially, these guys have a shared universe. And there's seemingly going to be some other characters that get their own little mini-series, introductions to who the characters are, so on and so forth. Now, one last thing before we dive into this issue. Unparalleled Comics currently has a comic in Kickstarter, and that is Operation Eclipse, issue number 2. So I'm going to leave a link for their Kickstarter as well, so you guys can check that out. Help support out the indie comic industry a little bit. They have tons of fun rewards, including, custom sketch work and stuff like that. It's really top notch, so I highly recommend you guys go check out their Kickstarter. Check out their website, check out their Facebook. Unparalleled Comics is vamping up to be a huge comic distributor, creators, writers. Like, these guys are coming out and really putting pen to paper and putting out comics as fast as funding really allows. Now, getting into Transgenesis, it's created by Dave Norton and Jay Sloan. Written by Dave Norton, pencils are by Jay Sloan, inks are by Jeremy Clark, colors are by Nemo, lettering is by Chris Johnson, and the cover art is by Jay Sloan, Jeremy Clark, and Jordan Kortz. Now, getting into the first pages of this issue, we're brought to New York. And essentially, this city is on fire. And there's a little girl running through the streets. She had just recently watched her mother literally gutted and torn to pieces by some hideous, red-eyed, almost amphibious-looking creature. And before this little girl could also be taken out by this creature, we see the arrival of Claymore, aka James. And he straight up chops this monster's head off with his sword with ease. And as he goes to reach to help this little girl out, he's attacked by just monsters from all directions. And he's trying to get communications to Broadsword. And this is where we see Broadsword. In the background, we see Dragonfly, we see Terrapit, we see a few other individuals that I don't personally know the names of the characters yet. But I'm sure with the coming issues, we're going to see introductions to each individual of this team. But really what they're showing us is Omnis. Now, Omnis in this universe are essentially like metas or mutants or anything regarding the evolution of human beings to the point where they have super-like or godlike powers. Now, what we find out here is Broadsword and Claymore are actually brothers. And Broadsword loses it when communications are completely lost. And he goes to chase after his brother. Now, Harrison is trying to talk through to him. And he seems to be like the team leader, the team captain. The guy really, giving the orders back at HQ. Or the inner sanctum, as they call it. And you can really feel the emotion coming from Broadsword here. Like, he doesn't want to lose his brother. And he knows the chances at this point that his brother's probably already lost to the battle. And in his moment of grief and taking this in, Terrapit traps him. And Harrison tells him, get everybody inside because we're shutting the doors. Now, picking up at one of our heavy max security prisons specifically made for Omnis, the creatures have also attacked here, and they are freaking everywhere. And we're introduced to a few characters here, but the big takeaway is Speed Demon. Now, these guys all had power collars on, but one of the guards, before he died, was able to shut off the power dampening collars that all these Omnis wear. And Speed Demon is able to tap into his abilities. And he literally turns into a demon and with godlike speed zips right out of there. Now, picking up at the evacuation point where they want to close the doors. You see a great battle really taking place between all of these individuals. And they're trying to hold off this horde of monstrous creatures the best they can. But at the end of the day, it's really not working for them. And this is where we see Speed Demon really come in, and he sees an opportunity to find sanctuary. But before he's able to, one of these creatures straight cuts his legs off. And this is when Saint Sinner heals his legs and drags him off the battlefield. Now, with all of our heroes pushed back, Saint Sinner stays back to be able to fight off whatever horde is on the other side of this door as it closes. And so the beginning of the end has arrived. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Personally, I really did love this. You know, it jumped us right into the fight. And Unparalleled Comics is, in my opinion, so far from what I've read, known for doing that. They're big on jumping you into the action and then helping you fill in gaps with further issues. And I absolutely love that, because in this we got a little bit of an introduction to every one of the awesome characters that they have building up, but we also see like a world-ending event and, you know, our heroes coming together. Relatively new, relatively fresh team, but they're doing what they can to be able to fight back. We're getting introduced to some villains, like at the prison, Lazarus. You know, I'm really excited to see what his abilities are and what kind of villain he is. And it seems to be someone referred to by the name of Death is the one leading these creatures. They seem to be working on maybe a hive mentality, or at the very least controlled or have a hierarchy of some sort. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not yet, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Check out their Kickstarter. Check out everything that Unparalleled Comics has, because they are well worth it, I promise you. And until the next video.